Hi, everybody. This webinar is going to tell you how you can easily record your trail work hours on the AERC website or your smartphone. It's really easy and it should take less than a minute, and you do not have to log into the AERC website. So you go to the website and then you click on the Trails tab that's at the top of the page. And then on the left side, under the Trails tab, you'll see Trails Hours Log, and you click on that. And it brings up the Trail Volunteer Hours report. An easy way to share your volunteer hours. Please fill out for each day of volunteer work. Please note this is for trail work to benefit the longevity and sustainability of trails, not for trail marking and unmarking of AERC rides. Your support of trails is much appreciated. Thank you. Reasons it is important to log your trail hours. The information is used when meeting with agency leaders and members of Congress. They need to know the time and energy AERC members spend in doing trail maintenance. The data on current volunteer hours and their equivalent in-kind value are eye-opening. These statistics are used in public comment letters on land use and recreation plans to demonstrate that AERC is a serious player that gives back generously to our trails and public lands. These statistics help to cement AERC's standing in the planning process, including our right as an affected party to challenge poor agency decisions. We share this information with donors and charitable foundations when seeking grants for AERC. So you start out by entering your name first and last, and then you'll put in your AERC number. Then you click on your region, not the region the work is being done in. But when it comes down to state where trail work was done, then you make sure you put the state where the work was done, not where you live. Under property type, you're going to click on whatever property it is. If it's your city park, you click city. If it's the Forest Service, you click U.S. Forest Service. The other or private land is for those properties that are privately owned, but allow riding all the time. It's not for if you have your own personal trails on your property that you just use for yourself. Then property name is like, maybe it's the Blue Trail or the BCHA meeting. You don't have to put anything there, but you can. And then the district is for, like, the U.S. Forest Service has different districts. If you know what district you are in, it's good to put that in, but it is not necessary. And then if there's any comments, feel free to put those there. So you're going to choose the day that you worked, and then your work hours on this date are basic work hours, which is like trimming back branches, when you're riding your horse, using your loppers, dragging brush out of the way for someone that's using a chainsaw, using a Pulaski or a McLeod. Those are your basic work hours. Your skilled work hours belong to people that are using a chainsaw, putting together bridges, doing a mini excavator. And then recon hours are when you go out hiking or you saddle up your horse and you ride out and you actually spend the time figuring out what the project's going to be. So when you get down to public meeting hours, those are like for when you attend your local trails meeting, or you go to a seminar, or you go to the International Trail Symposium. That's where you put those. And then you get to record the amount of time you spent driving to and from the meeting. So if it was 30 minutes one way, you'd put down an hour. Education hours is for when you're teaching or conducting clinics or seminars or classes. And then administrative service hours are for when you are sitting at home and you're sending out emails, answering emails, planning the workday or planning the seminar. And then you get down to equipment hours on this date, and that is the hours on the actual piece of equipment, not you. And so the hours you spent on that chainsaw or the weed whacker or the mini excavator would then be under heavy equipment hours. And then you get down to personal vehicle mileage. So if you drove 30 miles one way to your trail work day, then you would put 60 miles for the vehicle mileage. And that's for the driver only. If you carpool, the passenger cannot count their hours. And then the donation is if maybe you buy a truckload of gravel for a parking lot project, then you would put that in there. And then if you have multiple days to record at the same location, then you can hit yes, and then you put in the new date, and then you have all the same places to input your information. And then you would get all the way down here to the bottom. And then if you don't have any more dates to submit, where it says, do you have another date to add the same location? You hit no and then submit. And then that's all you have to do. And it only takes about 30, 45 seconds. I know some people have asked, well, why can't I just add up all my time and put it in once? You know, like say you worked on a certain trail project for 45 hours. Well, the problem with that is we're losing the mileage, the drive time and the drive mileage, which that all adds up to a lot of money also. So that's why it's important to do everything individually. The best habit to get in is as soon as you're done with that meeting or that trail work day is to just get your phone out and fill it in. If you have any questions, please contact the Trails Committee. Thank you.